Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. It is 4 minutes past the hour, and it's the first of the month. Happy Friday! Oh, yeah, we made it, family. We made it through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday is finally here. It's the beginning of the weekend, baby! Woo! And it is the first of the month, first day of August. How many of y'all saw the football game last night? Hall of Fame game. We're going to talk about that at the bottom of the hour with sports. Good morning. 5 minutes past the hour. It is hashtag truth be told. JD Live, your early morning. Get up, wake up, wake up. I am yours truly, Joe Dupree, and we broadcasting live on Facebook, Instagram, on YouTube. You can catch us on most social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter X at the JDMS. On YouTube, we are at 100 BLK Media. Good morning, family. Good morning. How are y'all doing on this Friday, the first of the month? To all my people on Instagram, to all my people on YouTube. I see y'all out there. Good morning. Morning to you. Time to get up, wake up, wake up. It is a Friday like no other. It is First Friday. There are people out there who do First Friday celebrations, like my man Roy Chip Anthony at the Brass Room. Get ready, First Friday is going to be off the chain tonight. There are folks out there getting you back ready for back to school, because back to school is this month in most of the areas that I am heard in. I know on the East Coast and up north, back to school normally starts after Labor Day, but down south, August is normally when back to school is getting geared back up. So as folks are preparing for back to school, I know there's a lot of back to school haircuts and giveaways and book drives and things of that nature going on. I know there's one going on in my area at a lot of places, like tomorrow at Destiny of Faith. I know that Marshall Reggie Thomas will be giving his annual book drive. There are those who are doing haircuts, cuts for kids, free haircuts. So make sure that you plug into social media, plug into your local area, and find the folks who are helping those who are in need during this time of going back to school. And I'll be very honest, with the cost of living these days and the way things are looking in these tariffs and all this stuff that is making some folks say America great again. It is hard just to make ends meet. I'm just saying, it is hard just to make ends, because it is difficult to make ends meet. I think sometimes it's no problem that you have a little help from other folk who are out there, who are giving help, giving free school supplies, giving uniforms, things of that nature. Because even those who are working 9 to 5s, working 40 hours a week, they're finding it that the money's just not making it like it is a struggle. They struggle. So good morning, family. How are y'all doing this morning? Yours truly, Joe Dupree, in the building. Like I said, normally I'm in here with my friends. My friend said it is Friday, it is the first of the month. We'll get on when we get on. So I ain't mad at him, because this morning I tried my best to hold on to that pillow as long as I possibly could. Actually, up until the last minute. I'm telling you. So I do completely understand. Tell a friend to tell a friend we're in the building. Listen, y'all be ready. My good friend, Agent Ratliff. Yeah, Agent Ratliff with OCDA is in the area. So family, listen, today y'all might want to be on the lookout, because today some of your concerns might be being brought up to folks at their establishments and their places of business, because ODCA is in the state. And just like Mr. Chime Time, and Mr. Chime Time is in the area that I live in, 337, big time food critic. He's going around tasting food, and he has literally fell in love with the 337 and the food around this area. And he has been going places, testing food, giving people his recommendation on what's good and what's not. And even in him giving a recommendation, he does something that I think a lot of us need to pay attention to. He helps boost the economy. He supports those that he feels are doing a good job. Take a sip of coffee. Not only does he go and test the food, taste the food, and give you his opinion as a food critic about the food, If he likes the food, purchases from that establishment X amount of plates to give away to the public so that you too can experience what he is. I really want to applaud that brother because he's not from Louisiana. And you know, people who live in Louisiana know, just like certain places in the South, people in certain places in the South are big on where you from, who you people. This man come from a whole different state. He not from here. These ain't his people. From the perspective of he was raised or reared in this area or has lived any amount of time in this area. But he came to this area, embraced some of the culture, embraced the way that the food is being prepared and the way it tastes, and he helps promote it, not only by telling other folks that this food is good, he then takes his own hard-earned money and purchases X amount of meals from whatever establishment that he is at taste testing and tells them on a certain day to give that to the community. I think that is applaudable. Speaking about being applaudable, hey, like I told you, I wake up every morning and I ain't in here by myself. Take them a minute, but they get here. I always have a little help from my friends, and it is the first of the month. And if anybody understands, Lord knows, I was trying to hold tight to that pillow this morning. But y'all give it up to my brother, my brother, who is my Dapper Dan. He don't know he has unofficially, officially became my consultant on how I need to get out there and dress. Because every once in a while, when you see me posting pictures of me dressing, you don't notice them bow ties be popping. It is Brother Bowtie himself down in Miami, Florida. Give it up for my man, Antonio Cope. Antonio, Brother Bowtie, Scholar, how you doing on this morning? Good morning.
Good morning, Brother Joe. How's everything, man?
Everything is everything, man. I'm actually feeling good this morning. Now, I wanted to hold on to that pillow. I wanted to send a message out and say, fellas, ladies, I don't know about today, but guess what? The Lord reminded me when I opened up my eyes. You woke up this morning.
Yeah,
Work to
yeah.
do,
I felt the
and
same way.
I gave you an assignment. So regardless if nobody else show up, you
You
best do
gotta
what I
show up.
told you to do.
Yep. It was raining, so I wanted to hold on to that pillow too.
Ooh, ooh, man! If it hadn't been raining, boy, I would have been fighting. And I know that rain is
Yeah.
headed our way. And speaking of which, y'all, I heard that it was some terrible weather on the East Coast. Heard it was flooding in Queens. So listen, if you're at any part of the United States of America right now and you're watching this broadcast and you have experienced any bad weather, listen, be careful out there. That water is nothing to play with, especially when flash flooding comes. It comes quick, comes without warning, and the next thing you know, your vehicle, and everything else is floating down the road. So be careful. Take care of yourself. Watch out. Be cognizant of the weather, especially thunder, lightning, and inclement weather, no matter where it may be. And also, 13 minutes past the hour, Brother Antonio, I want to do this. Start doing this. If you're celebrating a birthday, anniversary, today is your day. We just like to say happy birthday, happy anniversary, happy special day, whatever this day may be for you on this first day of August, the first of the month. Man, did you see the football game last night? Did you see the
I
Chargers
I
and
was
Detroit?
upset, Joe. I was upset I didn't. I was too busy making bow ties and cigars.
I'll be honest with you. I fell asleep because after Detroit threw all those interceptions and they quarterback, because they didn't have the real quarterback in there, they kind of
Mhm.
had the guy that's going for number two. You know, I thought Detroit was going to show me a little bit more, and I don't even know who won. So, be exact, let me do this. And I'm sure Elijah going to do all this in about 15 minutes. But
Mhm.
I woke up this morning happy. I woke up this morning with a positive mindset because, as we said yesterday, stop waking up worrying. I understand times for some folks are hard. And I understand that some of us have had better days than the day we had yesterday or the day that's starting off the day. But still, it's your day. There's somebody sleeping in a grave right now that would have been loving to have the breath of life flowing through their body with their loved ones, even going through some of the worst things you're going through just to be alive. And speaking about just being alive, brother, I'm loving that bow tie.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. It's one of my favorites. I don't know if I can get close, but it's actually kente cloth, and it has a little African mask on it.
Let me see that. Hold on. I'm gonna get close where everybody can see. There we woo. There, oh man. That's hitting. I like that. Hold up, brother. I'm gonna have to send you a message. You might tell me a cost on that one. I need to get that one for Black History Month. And speaking about Black History Month,
This is actually my last one, but I sent it to you, Joe.
no, sir. I'm
No, no, no,
gonna
no.
pay you, brother, to make me one. We're gonna find a way that
Okay.
you gonna find some material and make me one. No, sir. I
Well,
ain't
the
gonna take your
kente
last.
cloth is easy. The issue is the African mask.
Well, I got an African mask. I got a guy who actually does those little miniature masks, and
Okay.
he did me one, and I think I got it here. I'm gonna have to show it to y'all. I'm gonna have to tell y'all about him. He did me. You remember Killmonger, that mask that Killmonger
Mm-hmm.
wore in black? I have a small miniature mask that looked just like that. To be exact,
Mm.
I was so upset because he did such a good job with the small miniature mask. I said, "Hey, man, I need a big one." And he told me, "Man, that's gonna take a lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of work." I said, "I ain't got a lot of all of that." But nevertheless, man, it's 16 minutes past the hour. And while we're talking about all this, Black Panther, kente cloth, we're talking about African mask. Reading is fundamental. So let me bring in my resident Lamar Burton of the podcast. You know him from the Sean P experience. When it comes down to books, this brother knows books, authors, and all that good stuff. Y'all give it up for Sean P and the Sean P experience. Good morning, Sean. How you doing
John
this morning?
P.
What up, what up, what up? What's going on, people? How y'all doing? Happy Friday. If you're watching this podcast, I got good news. You have made it. That's right. You have made it through the week, and it is Friday. It is upon us, people.
That's what that man said. How you doing this morning, Sean? Doing good this morning,
Man,
brother?
I'm just getting off of work. You know how that go, man. The night train, the devil's hour. But we are here, man. I'm feeling good. Glad to be with y'all as always, man. Glad to be amongst the brotherhood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it looked like it's gonna be the brothers this morning. I'm loving that. I love it when it's just the
Hey,
brothers.
we got it. We got it. Three
Yeah, we
piece.
got it. We
Three
got
piece.
Hey,
it.
Three
hey,
piece
hey,
spice. Three
hey,
piece spice.
hey, about to come in with that 4-piece at the bottom of the hour. So look, let's go ahead and kind of set the table for Elijah. Elijah Nixon will be at the bottom of the hour with sports. Did y'all see the game last night? I didn't see the part of the game I saw. Once again, it is the Hall of Fame game. I was very impressed that Shannon Sharp's brother is being inducted into the Hall of Fame. And I was very impressed that what Shannon Sharp's brother said, who played for Green Bay, was once again, they are the only two brothers to ever be inducted into the Hall of Fame. So, you know, everybody talking about Shay Shay, because seems to be Shay Shay and Stephen A are the new Craig and
Day Day.
Day Day.
I mean Smokey.
Right, Smokey, Craig and Smokey, because Day Day didn't get fired. So,
Yeah.
yeah, hold it, wait a minute. Pinky did fire Day Day. You're fired. Well, you know, come on, man. So, first of all, I really didn't see the game last night. So let me, as I continue to talk, find out what the score looked like from last night. Because I was like,
They
wait a
say it
minute.
was 34-7 or 37-7, something like that.
So, in other words, the Chargers ran all
Chargers
over.
won.
Right.
Yeah.
So, which really, as folks would say, don't mean nothing. It's just preseason. I think every game counts because every game is showing you something that you're going to need for later when it gets to be the regular season. Football is
Joe,
back, y'all. Yes,
Joe,
sir.
do you know where that phrase came from?
Where'd it come from?
That it's just preseason. It came from Dallas Cowboy fans.
Mm,
Because
I should have known.
everybody else preseason count. It just don't count for Dallas Cowboys when they lose.
Now,
Well,
Joe,
yes, sir. Go ahead, Sean.
when you mention the brothers in the Hall of Fame, is Eli Manning in the Hall of Fame, or do you think he will be in the Hall of Fame?
Oh, of course he is. He's a Manning. Of course he'll be in the Hall of Fame. Eli, listen, them Manning boys, them Louisiana Manning boys will be in the Hall of
Joe,
Fame.
have you seen Peyton Manning's son? He in junior high, like 13.
Have
Go and
I?
look that up.
Have
On
I?
YouTube, Peyton
Hold it.
Manning's son.
Have I?
Ooh,
Now, mind you, I told you Peyton used to wear them Tennessee colors, and for 4 years he had me highly disappointed. But let me tell you something about them boys. Them boys know football. Hold it. That's why. And let me go back to another story we really didn't go very thoroughly into during the podcast. ladies and gentlemen, I want to give it up to the Most High himself, because I was so impressed when Deion got out there and let y'all know it was God working through these doctors. It was God working through everybody who was around me. It was God above everything that healed me. And yes, a lot of folks were speculating that I was going to have this, that, these, and those, and these excuses to leave Colorado, but I ain't going nowhere. I'm here to stay. And the Lord has blessed me, has healed me, and the Buffs are coming back. Don't think I was just here for my son and for Travis Hunter. I'm here for these student athletes that I want to see have a better life than I had when I was at Florida State. And trust me, if you look at Deion's life at Florida State, Deion had a good life at Florida State. But Deion knows what you don't see. He knows what's going on that is traumatic for these student athletes that you don't go through, that all you see is them catching, but you don't know the NIL problems and all that. Talk to me, Sean.
Hey, Joe, I want to say something that's not being talked about enough publicly. The amount of Colorado football players that had like 3-point-something GPA across the board. You don't see that often at that level of the game. When you pretty much just, you got to play sports. He had the whole football team basically at an honor roll kind of whatever level. Like that's amazing, bro.
Yeah.
Speaking of Deion, Joe, did you see the Cam Newton podcast yesterday?
No, I did not. What did Cam? What did Sir Cam talk about this time?
Man, think about it. Actually, just got me emotional, bro. Like, bro,
come on now. Sometimes we need them moments. Come on.
That's right.
The brother was talking about Deion.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
And he spoke about he gave Deion his flowers and said how he contribute towards the game, not only towards black young men, but towards white young men. Gave us the recipe. And he said something, and it's probably the reason why I got emotional. He said, for some reason, black men only get flowers when they dead.
Come on, bro.
And that hit home, bro. It really did hit home. But he gave Deion he really gave Deion his flowers and gave him like when I say he praised him, like he praised him and gave him flowers. He probably dedicated probably like a good 8 to 10 minutes to just talking about Deion.
By 20, my brother. By 20.
Yeah.
But
if you could, Joe,
I saw it.
Go back, man. Watch it, man.
Yeah, I'm going to.
I'm going to. It's times like this. I wish they really work on some of this copyright stuff because it's times like this. Though I didn't see it, I would love to play that during our podcast. But once again, I don't want folks, and I understand Cam works hard on what he does, but they got to work on some of this copyright laws to say, listen, if you done played something and it's yours, other folks should be able to celebrate that and play it, and you still get credit for it without, quote unquote, us infringing on taking your stuff to kind of build up our stuff. I think people need, and so I will, because I see how you are right now, Antonio. I will encourage folks because it touched my brother's heart that way. Go watch it. I'm going to go watch it. And Antonio, I can say this because I just lost you know how much Andre Story meant to me. And you're right. We, I literally didn't talk to this brother I talked to him like every 5 to 7 days. Now, there was a time when me and Story talked every day. But of course, in life, and life be life, and things kind of, and it wasn't because we were separating. It's because he was busy doing his work. I'm busy doing mine. But we've got to start when that spirit hits you to call somebody. Prime example, 24 minutes past the hour. Next week, I'm bringing back a hashtag Truth Be Told community conversation alumnus, Brother Fatim, from 107.5 WBLS in New York City. He will be back all next week as a special podcasting guest to talk about his new podcast, to talk about what he's got going on. But he is a community conversation hashtag Truth Be Told alumnus. Like one day, all of y'all will be the same. Be as active. Sean said, look, Joe, I can't come back. I got something to do. I'll be back whenever I can. maybe 2 years from today, if God still has me doing this, I'll be like, guess what, y'all? My Lamar Burton is coming back this week just to talk about what he's got going on, the books, the great things he's been doing. I ain't a hater. I'm a congratulator. I'm a motivator. I'm the type person who tells you, if you better than me, I want you to go out there and be great. I'm not the type person who if I ain't sitting at the head table, I don't want to sit at the table at all. And we got too many black men who are like that. They don't want to show up in the room unless they the greatest thing in the room. I just ain't that dude. I don't mind being the guy sitting all the way at the back table around a bunch of greatness where I can absorb that energy, observe what they did to make it, take my own notes and put in a formula where I can devise a way to slowly make my way from the back table to my front table. Because my front table might not be your front table. My back table might be my front table because you don't know where I came from. I might came from being homeless. I might came from being, I couldn't even get in rooms like that. My back table might be my front table for all you know. And you right, brother Antonio, and it hurts my spirit. Us black men, we will not support one another. We watch this. We losing way too many of our beautiful black women to them other folk. You know, I'm getting sick and tired of that. Just like the sisters sit around talking about, we losing way too many of our black men to them other folk. Well, we need to start loving on one another. Now, don't get me wrong. You love who you love. And me of all people, who am I to judge or who am I to even start talking about this? Because somebody who know me, guess what they're going to say? Ain't your first child from a white woman? Ain't the first woman you were in love with, wasn't she white? She was. And guess why? Because at that time of my life, my love was pure. And I didn't know about this color thing and all this. All I knew is I love what I love.
As it should be. As it should be.
Love you.
Hold it.
As it should be.
Hold it. And Sean, that's the point that a lot of people don't see. When you got that child, like, you know, I used to laugh until I had children. When I was a child, I used to be like, why my mama slapped me upside the head? Because I said, Mama, you know you didn't say that last night. My mom.
Hey Joe, I want to ask something real fast, Joe. People see me reading all of these black books, and I'm a very, very much a pro-black person and all that. They don't realize from a small child, pre-K until like junior high, all of my friends were white friends.
Come on.
But you know why? All I know is I like Ninja Turtles. You like Ninja Turtles. Let's come to the house.
Come on.
I like basketball. You like basketball. Let's have a sleepover.
Come on.
It wasn't about this. Until other folks around us that's old to make you start seeing, why that little white boy coming over here? Why that little black boy coming over here? And then it's start getting divisive. But your pure mind is just about your mutual interest and love or whatever it is.
Well,
You know
your pure mind is always innocent. You know,
Right.
so the thing is, once people introduce you to those that pretty much once people, as they say, once Eve give you the apple, or once people give you the apple, they be like, oh, I didn't know all this was existed. You know, and it actually does exist, but because you're so innocent, that's when it comes into good parenting. Your parenting try to do your best. Good parents try to do their best to protect you from some of these things in the world. Speaking of the Sean P experience, I don't know if you got a notification, sir, but I gave you a whole hour and a half dedication yesterday on one of your podcast episodes. Don't worry, you don't know. I'll give you a straight rundown in less than 20 seconds. You was interviewing Dr. I can't pick up her name, bald head, low haircut. She wrote
Dr.
the book
Mary
about the
Frances
ladies.
Phillips.
Wrote the book about the ladies in the Black Panther Party.
Yes, Erica
I
Huggins.
took her 10 years to do research and interviews and stuff. So I was locked in. I was supporting, bro.
28 minutes. 28
I appreciate
minutes past the hour.
That's the biggest form of flowers. Biggest form of flowers is this simple participation. You know what I'm saying?
Having a vehicle and using your vehicle, not just to talk about yourself and what you're doing, but to support and uplift others. Speaking of which, it is 29 minutes past the hour. Boy, looking clean in the background. Fresh cut. Beard.
They said choo.
Listen, family.
Oh, it had to be media day.
We getting ready to get into it. Because I want to say, like Pinky, you mean you ain't here to rob me? You really Craig's friend? Craig! Man, we got to get to the Shannon Sharpe. Y'all put your hands together. It is the resident. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. Elijah Nixon is in the building. Elijah, talk to me, baby.
What's going on?
Elijah Houski. They got Woj. They got Elijah Houski.
What's going on, y'all? What's going on?
Woo, brother.
Yo.
We got to get into the conversation. How you lose your job on your day off, man? How
You
you
see,
lose your job on your
We're gonna talk about the double whammy he got hit with. So
the double whammy?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
more to it. So
Come on, let's go.
First and foremost, everybody, he got sued for messing around with an OnlyFans model, audio leak to him saying, "Come here, I want to choke you," whatever. How aggressive he was. Finally, he settled. I want to say he settled for like $20 million. But the thing is, he lost his job at ESPN because I think simply because he settled, he wasn't technically proven innocent. And ESPN don't want anybody up there like that to bring some type of negative.
That's a Disney thing because they are owned by Disney.
Right. So
kind of hard to have Mickey Mouse and choking folks.
No, it's not. No, it's not like he doesn't have his own stuff going on with Club Shay Shay. He'll be fine, Sean.
Hey, Joe, Richard Miller did back in the day. Richard Miller say,
hey, right. Hold on. But hold it. Before you say anything else, Elijah, let's say this. Shay Shay and Club Shay Shay, I believe, is going to blow up to be one of the biggest podcasts ever now because of that. Because guess what? I have heard people who did not like Shannon Sharpe. For example, D.L. Hughley had major beef with Shannon Sharpe because people that D.L. Hughley were close to, Shannon let his platform run shot on them. And I get that. Sometimes you get upset when people are talking about people you like, if it's the truth or not, because sometimes you just don't want their dirty laundry to be out there.
But Joe, how did you stop that?
Hold it, right, because you do the same thing, DL. But DL said yesterday in so much love, he said, man, I'm all for, because he said now it's Shay Shay against the machine. We understand that Shay Shay, regardless if you like it, love it, or hate him, he got ran over by this thing that we call corporate America. It wasn't so much that, because guess what? Joe Rogan has used the N-word gratuitously. They ain't canceled Joe Rogan yet.
Yeah. So right now it's pretty much Club Shay Shay against the algorithm.
Oh, come on. That part. Go ahead, Elijah.
And I'm here for it. You know, he makes like I think they said last year he made like $8 or $9 million off his YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. But you know, the thing that I do like about professional athletes right now these days, they're branding themselves and they're trying to take some part of ownership about themselves. So you know, like I never forget one of my favorite receivers is Chad Johnson. But when Chad Johnson got cut by the Miami Dolphins that last year, Ocho Cinco, he got an endorsement year that same year from Starbucks for $4 million for saying, hey, I don't know if y'all remember, but somebody broke in his car and stole his laptop and his cell phone and his wallet. And he said, you can have the money, you can have my ID. I just want my Starbucks card. And they gave him a $4 or $5 million endorsement. But however, though, he got cut about a month later, but he set himself up to make money continuously, which he have been doing anyway. So I think if Shannon Sharpe is smart, I will stay on YouTube and probably wouldn't take another job, because YouTube, if you're gonna continue to do YouTube, he could do it in its own element. You know, if you got ESPN, you gotta go where ESPN at, you gotta relocate, you gotta make sure
you gotta do what they say.
Yeah.
When you own it. It's different when you own it. Go ahead, Elijah. Then we go to Sean. Go ahead, Elijah.
And that's what a lot of people don't know. Actually, I don't know if y'all seen Jeff Teague's podcast. That's under Shay Shay.
Come on.
So he has his own stuff going on. It's not like he's hurting for anything. It was just more of an embarrassment. That's all it was. So the volume and Club Shay Shay, they're partners, and whatever the volume is, you see with their podcast and stuff, Club Shay Shay has that. So he has a lot of people that's under his umbrella. A lot of people don't know that. So he's still making money aside with his YouTube and the liquor that he has with the So it was just the embarrassment part of it. That's what the thing with Shannon is.
He ain't hurting for money.
No, he ain't hurting for money at all. He's still gonna get the support. People are gonna forgive him. I know I forgive him.
Hey, Hey, watch this. And Elijah, if you really I listen to other podcasts and other folks, and I was listening to my boy from the ATL, and one of them said something that made a lot of sense. They said, y'all keep on talking about these fairies that don't want $40, but in Shay Shay's eyes, that 20 million that he gave old girl was him giving her $20. So she was a fairy. She was a fairy.
Yeah, that was grocery money. That was grocery money.
Right. Wait, hold it. We gonna sell for what? $20? 20 mil is $20 to me. I'm Shay Shay. Take that.
But look about her partners I was saying a long time ago to my homeboys, right? ESPN think they slick. We all know that the Athlete podcast taking over what Fox News and FS1 and ESPN was SportsCenter and all that, right? Look at that dude. They'll bring Shay Shay in to bring in that Shay Shay audience. They bring Cam Newton in. They bring Gilbert Arenas in. All those guys got so many millions of following on their own, and they're bringing that over to the ESPN side. You know what I'm saying?
Once again, you see what they done did to Gilbert. We're going to talk about that too. You saw what they did to Gilbert. And then, come on, Elijah, we're going to talk about Angel Reese and this little comment about y'all. See, that y'all, why we take stuff out of content? What Angel Reese said wasn't that bad in the content she said it in. She was, man, keep going. I'm not going to do sports. Elijah, do your thing.
I seen that too, man. But yeah, but you know, my last thing I'm gonna say about Shannon Sharpe, and I'm kind of pivot. I know somebody else was suing him for $20 million right now. It's just false. They falsely talked about how a lady was getting divorced because she was at an Usher concert and. She was like, I didn't get divorced, blah blah blah. So since you're saying that, I'm gonna sue you for $20 million. I'm like, oh, you can say anything. Now you can sue people for anything. So you know, they're trying to jump on the Shannon Sharpe sue train as much as they can, and I don't think it's gonna work for long. I think the lady got something, but I don't think I don't think the other lady's gonna get anything because people say something all the time. So I don't think
she got to be hard being a celebrity, man. You get sued for everything. You realize that?
And I think, you know what?
For everything.
Charles Barkley said it best. He was like, I just settle. Because I don't got time to be going to court. I don't got time to be doing it. And they were saying that a lot of people just settle because they don't want to do this whole nine. Like, I don't.
But bro, if you honestly didn't do nothing, you see a person get one allegation, all of a sudden you got 50 allegations. Every time.
But,
you're like,
but you know,
bro.
it's like
but you gotta wait.
50 y'all was just hiding out waiting.
John, but you got to weigh the cost of a thing because once again, sometimes, and I'm like you, hey, I would hate to concede knowing I'm right, but sometimes, bro, to protect your peace, man, CTC, cut the check.
CTC, baby.
Cut the check.
Man, what you want, Joe? What you want, man? Go ahead, man.
CTC, cut the check, man. Just cut the check.
Where do I send it? Where do I send it?
Right. Where do I send it to? Whom do I send it to? And do I never need to see you again no more? That's
and that's funny because with Charles Barkley, he's one of the funniest people. I'm gonna get back to ESPN after this. They asked Charles Barkley because I remember they were telling a story about how he, I think, threw a fan out the window on the first floor.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Shaq said, what did you do? He said, I settled. They said, what you mean did you settle? He said, a black man in a judicial system in America? Nah, that ain't for me. I'm gonna just go and settle. He said it on TNT. That just got me cracking up. But he got a point. But going off of that, with ESPN, what you were just saying, Brother Bowtie, ESPN is in so much trouble these days, and I'm gonna tell you why. They have only Stephen A. Smith over there. Now they brought in the Inside NBA, but listen to this. NBC basketball, when that tip off, listen to your commentators. You have Michael Jordan, Carmelo Anthony. I think Reggie Miller's over there now, if not.
Yes, correct.
You have to deal with that, and they're bringing back the NBA intros. And you're telling me the only way you're going to fight with it is inside the NBA? Now, don't get me wrong. Charles, Shaq, and Kenny is my favorite. Don't get me wrong.
They're funny as hell. They funny as hell.
But you got to go against Michael and that Jordan brand over there. I don't know, man. I don't know.
No,
and see, what y'all don't know is they fighting for advertising dollars. That's what it is. It's this. Click, like, and share is important because the more subscribers you got and the more viewers you got, the more you can go to advertisers and say, well, they might have 500,000 watching them, but we got 7.5 million watching us. It's a numbers game. And that's why people have to
No,
understand it's a numbers game. Go ahead, Sean.
no, Elijah a little bit younger than us, but so fellas up top, y'all remember the old school ESPN and the programming over there?
Hold up.
Mm-hmm.
I would almost miss school watching Sports Center in the morning,
Stop.
bro. When they had
Stop,
Stuart Scott and
Sean.
these guys.
Stop, Sean. Watch this. How many of y'all remember this? Dun, 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 dun. Hey, the agony of defeat, the thrill of victory. Man, it did it. Hey, my favorite part of that whole thing was I knew that dude was gonna come down on them skis and he was gonna tear his tail up. And I'd be like, oh, wait a minute. Did you hear this? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Howard Cosell speaking. Today, we have decided to make our way to Kentucky, all the way to the great city of Louisville.
You got the accent down too, Joe.
Today, I'm telling you, and after we do the Kentucky Derby, one of Louisville's finest, let me bring him in right now. He is about to have the Rumble in the Jungle. Muhammad Ali, better known as Cassius Clay. Cassius, don't call me Cassius. I done told you. You old crazy thing. I done told you. I fly like a butterfly. I sting like a bee. You gonna respect me and call me Muhammad Ali. Well, Muhammad Ali seems to be. Man, we used to be glued to the TV.
Yeah. Glued. My point in bringing that up is, do you honestly watch Inside the NBA anymore? Really? Every night? I don't. Do you honestly watch ESPN all day anymore? I don't. Do you honestly watch any of this program anymore?
Hold it.
Most of us don't.
I watch the Fifth Take more than that. Hold it. These podcasters, these unknown. Listen, let's just be real about it. These quote unquote unknown podcasters have wind up being our now news source, our information source for sports, our information source for politics. That's why you got Charlemagne the God. Come on, Charlemagne the God. Charlemagne looking like King Tut with his eyebrows sometimes. The God literally telling us, this is who you need to vote for. Charlemagne the God, the same Charlemagne the God that Baby walked in on and said, I had to roll up on you. Charlemagne scared the God because he was real scared that day. What we doing?
The world is flipped to where you got the guys like Kyle Sanat and people like that.
Come on.
Who was he 5 years ago? What does he even do? I don't even know. But you got the biggest athletes in the world now they're on your platform to get some buzz. The biggest superstars on his platform. So that's where the world is right now. Is my point in bringing all this up. Like, Shea gonna be all right.
And it also, thinking about it gets me often upset when I see us who have a platform, and not even us. I believe social media has provided a platform for everyone. If you got a social media, it gave you a platform to become someone great. So it's kind of sad and disgusting to me to see those who only want to post fights or who only want to blast people business. Like, why you won't show the world who you are? This is your opportunity to say, hey, this is how I want to be seen. I want to be seen as Brother Bowtie. I want to be seen as Joe. I want to be seen as Sean P. or Brother Elijah. I want to be seen as this individual. I'm shaping the mold and tell you, hey, this is my story. This is my YouTube channel. This is my Twitch channel. Now you know exactly who I am. But it's a good and bad thing because some of us understand it. And we say, okay, we finna show the world who we are. We finna tell the world who we are. I guarantee you, most people who knew Sean P growing up, they didn't know that he was infatuated with books the way that he is. But now the world know.
Right. And watch this. Elijah, Bowtie, and Sean. I'm gonna say y'all something. I'm gonna prove to y'all something. There is a podcast that is coming up. The podcast is gonna be strictly about prostitutes, strippers, and the streets. I'm going personal because I have personal access to their click, like, and share numbers. This podcast has not even been released. I'm going to say it again. It's going to be about prostitutes, strippers and strip clubs, and them streets. I promise you, and I ain't even going to say the name of the podcast, but I'm going to tell y'all later on what the podcast name is. When this podcast starts, I promise you this podcast going to start off. This podcast gonna go from 0 to 100 overnight because we about that life. Listen, people like that. I was laughing, and I did not know it until I met the guy. I actually met the guy a year ago. We talk to each other. There's a guy, he goes to Figueroa, he goes to Bissonnette, he goes to Hunts Point, he goes to Miami. These are the places he goes. He rides around in his car and he films prostitutes walking on the street. And he has a channel, and that's all he does. He don't say a word, puts a little music. He drives by them with a video camera. That boy got over 7 million followers of him just riding around with his phone or with a camera, filming girls walking on the street.
I'm gonna tell you why, Joe. I learned this about myself. I learned this about the profession I'm in. I told the athletes when I interviewed them, they don't want to see my face, man. They want to see you. And nobody turning in to see Elijah Nixon. No offense, this probably is something that's thrown in there. But they want to see the athletes that I interview. They want to see what they got to say. They want to know if they're going to give a vote. It's nothing I do or I say. It's what, you know. So him walking around with the video camera and seeing these girls, they just want to see. If the guy would have showed his face, would have been like, hey, we want to see you. Turn the camera back around. Right. We want to see the women out in the streets.
But look how bad this is overall for society, though, Joe and Brother Bowtie in particular, because the older ones again.
Come on.
We had these upright guys in the 80s, the 90s, the 70s, these upright guys like a Brother Bowtie, somebody. Whenever certain political things come up, put the microphone in front of his face. But now we turn to athletes, ask them what they think about something with the world politics, and we asking these entertainers, what's your thoughts about this?
And don't get me wrong. Hold it. And don't get me wrong. If you go back in the 70s, even with all the outstanding leaders we had in the 70s, one of the biggest movies in the 70s was still Superfly. I rest my case.
Still to this day. You can still find Superfly on TV today.
So you say we always like bull crap. We like bull crap.
Hold it. That's just the
love bull crap.
I'm telling you, at the end of the day, we love to be entertained. And guess what? That's why, if you really look at it, Sean, that's why even I look at your success. And let me compliment you. Your success is built off of, a lot of folks didn't see some of the people Sean was rolling with at Essence. Y'all don't know some of the cliques in the circle Sean rolled with. These are highly educated. It take a lot. Listen, everybody can't write a book. Let me say that again. I'm going to say it slow. I understand a lot of y'all out there go on here talking about my new book is coming out. I know a lot of y'all talk about, and I ain't going to talk about folks, but I got to. A lot of y'all jump on any gravy train y'all think that can put y'all in either a place of prosperity or popularity, more the first P than the second, because y'all thinking about being popular, not prosperous. Because when I see folks who I know barely can speak, talk, barely have any type of good grammatic etiquette, but you got a new book out, it lets me know, you got a book out, you got an AI book that AI wrote for you and you put your name on. Okay, so because everybody with their honorary everybody putting on there this book by Dr. So-and-so, but it's probably parentheses in the back, or if I read the part that talks about the author, your doctorate is an honorary doctorate from Google University
College.
From ACDC College, right? Come on, man. Y'all got to stop this, man. But
that's the thing. So, and I also want to say this though: nobody in this generation has their own lane. Back in the day, when you seen like Jordan with the tongue out, with the stuff, AI with the cornrows and the way how he dressed, like everybody had their own lane. Now, what the guy come out with the where the fans at line dance? You know how many line dance songs came out after that? And I'm sitting there just trying to figure out,
how many line dances was out before that nobody even paid attention to.
Yeah. So it's like everybody trying to just squeeze into this one lane, and that's why it looks like the way it look instead of you got your own tie. Sean got his own book. Joe, you got your podcast thing going on. Like everybody wants to fit. Like when something pops, they just want that and just try to go straight into that lane. But it took time for them to build that lane, which people don't understand. It took time for them to build that brick by brick, and then they finally got their shot.
Elijah, I'm gonna make y'all laugh.
The thing is, brother Elijah, a lot of people are afraid to stand out because they think they won't get the support. But if you be yourself and you just want to stand out the way that you want to stay in, you really don't need no support. What you really want is for people to respect you for who you are. Sean P want to be respected because he know a lot about books. Brother
Period.
Bowtie want to be respected because he know a lot about bow ties. Joe want to be
Period.
respected, you know.
Listen, so what Brother Bowtie was saying, Elijah, let me make you laugh about something. Brother Bowtie been making bow ties for the longest. He stayed consistent. When folks told him, don't do that, do something else, he said, no, this is what I'm going to consistently do. It has got him to the place in the bow tie space. When you say bow ties, that's the only man I'm talking about. When I think about books and Arthur, listen, I put my credentials on the line to get Sean P in some rooms because I believe in Sean P. Let me make you laugh, Elijah. You can go back, and how long have we known each other, Sean? We've known each other about 10 years
Man,
now.
about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mind you this, Elijah. 10 years ago, the last words on your mind or on anybody else's mind was podcasting and going live. Don can testify. 10 years ago, Joe Dupree was going live when nobody else was even thinking about going live. Now, folk in my area might brag about their numbers and what they doing and all this. What you don't know, Elijah, is because I started this a long time ago in a galaxy far away. There are folks who I consult for that I don't come on here and talk about because my private business is my private business. I might be stacking money left and right, but I ain't gonna let you know because I know how jealousy breeds envy, and envy brings on folk trying to bring down what you're doing. That's why, but I'm not getting sued because folks, and I'm not gonna say I am or not, but some folk out there just believe, oh, Joe just blowing wolf tickets and he broken lonely. Keep thinking that, baby. I need you to keep thinking
That's
that
the
because
best
that
part.
means
That's the
that
best part.
means you
And
will.
I ain't got it either. I ain't got it either.
Right. And you can leave me be. Folk be looking at our lives. And here's the funny thing. And I'm going to have to show you this program one day, Elijah, and make you laugh.
And I really don't got it. I make my own bow tie.
Right. Hold it. They see the 4 people that maybe clicked on because there are 4 people out there like Jules Walls, like Gervis Williams, like Willie Pickens, who support us regardless because they love being a part of it. Our Instagram family who click in. But guess what? What makes me laugh is these are the people who literally clicked in on the podcast. They went to whatever social media platform and they clicked on it. And not only are they listening to it, but they're watching the feed. We got 4 people right now doing that. However, we got 732 people who are just watching. They ain't clicked on. See, what they don't know is I know how to use technology and I've been in this game long enough to know what's happening. So I'm laughing, but I'm good. Because if I got 700 and some odd folks who don't want to click on, and most of them probably don't want to click on because maybe they're at a job that if they click on, it warns the business that you on social media and you're not supposed to be. And that's probably a majority of them. But I understand some of them, Elijah, don't want to click on because in their finite mind, them clicking on me gives me money and they don't want to invest in me. They want to watch me. They want to study me. They want to know what I'm talking about where they can go back and try to talk about it themselves, but they do not want to invest because they feel like a click on me puts money in my pocket. And see, that, Elijah, is the deeper problem with Black and brown folks. We don't want to support each other. If a click does put money in my pocket, what does a click cost you? If a click does put money in my pocket, what does a click cost you?
And to add to that, Joe, you go live, and before I joined this podcast, I was always sending you stars, right?
Mm-hmm.
A star is only 1 cent. If you think I'm less than what you are, at least give me 1 cent and say, this is how much I think you are. This is how much I think you were. And even if you don't want to send 1 cent, which is a star, you can still share it to talk bad about it because all publicity is good publicity. We learned that from NWA. But hey, look at what this fool talking about. Or you could be positive, say, hey, look at this brother show. It's the same thing with Elijah show. I mean, with the Fist Take. Hey, talk about it. If you say that we're a bootleg sports show, still talk about it. Still share it. Still still subscribe and follow on Twitch, SoundCloud.
Right. Oh, let me say this, Brother Bowtie. And Sean go, hold on, Elijah. I want y'all really to catch this. Y'all do understand that my man Fitz and Elijah are degree having media professionals.
Mm.
Hold on. If I'm correct, Elijah, you have a bachelor's in mass communication.
Mhm.
So these brothers went and studied the craft. Now, unlike myself, who folk know me in media, mind you, I was the first. Okay, if you want to talk Black history, I was the first African American male in the state of Louisiana to run an ESPN affiliate. You can Google it. I was the first one. Jeff Martindale gave right. That's Googleable. Google. You'll Google it and you'll see the first African American to ever be a program director of an ESPN affiliate in the state of Louisiana, which was WIBR 1300 in Baton Rouge. I was in LSU market as a Black man running ESPN. It's yours truly. I don't run around and listen. I don't have to run around and talk about that. People at ESPN know that. People at ESPN call me and ask me, hey man, I need to know about this. I need to know about that. And unbeknownst to y'all, while y'all trying to get click, like, and share, when they call me, they know what the deal is. I don't let people pick my brain for free. If you asking questions, you cutting checks. And then you'll get answers.
That was funny you say that, Joe. Yesterday I was on my TikTok. I don't really get on TikTok. I post a video and get out of there because it's like I don't really. So I get up there. I don't know why, and I'm just scrolling. I want to show you something. I see this video. I'm like, oh man. I said, who? I was there yesterday. And I'm looking at it again. I'm like, dang, this is a good shot. This is the stuff it looked like I shot. It turned out it was the stuff I shot, and somebody ripped it and put it on their TikTok. And look, I really like the comments they got. This is the video I shot.
Elijah, I can't believe you said that, bro. I saw a sister last week on Instagram. She does. I do jigsaw puzzles besides books. I do jigsaw puzzles, right?
You do, and you do hella. Man, I need that Spartan puzzle, bruh. Oh my God, keep going,
So,
keep going.
This sister posted a video she made of a puzzle. Don't you know a whole different platform took the whole video and just posted as if it was theirs? How is that even? How do you do that?
Man,
Take somebody whole footage, bro, off of their page.
and like just give
These people are bold, man.
Just give me credit for it. That's all I asked. When I seen that, I DM'd him instantly. I said, hey man, I mean, I don't mind. I know you probably one of the biggest Vol fans. And I looked at his thing. He was saying that he get Vol updates. I get it. You want to be one of those guys, but that's my footage. I went out there at 8 o'clock in the morning.
What he said? What he said?
He said, so my bad, bro. This is what he said word for word. My bad, bro. I didn't mean to get you like that. I just seen that it was all over Twitter, and I just got it from there. So I'm going to be real with you. I got a scheduled post to come out at 10:15 with this interview with one of the offensive linemen. He's still that. I'm going to find him.
Elijah,
I'm let you know right now.
Let me help you. You see that thing in the corner of our podcast? You see that little logo?
Yeah, the little watermark. Little watermark.
Got a watermark. Got a watermark logo in the corner of the podcast. Everything I do has either that logo or let me switch it for you. Cause
hey, mine too. I got the little Throw Up logo.
Right, come on, hold on. Let me give it to you, brother. It either got that logo, this logo, or this logo. Hold it. And on my video game Implied Fast, nobody knows about this, been really banging out the tail. You'll see that logo. Brother, watermark your stuff. Because guess what? You can steal my stuff all day long, but they're going to know who it came from. They're going to know who it came from. And guess who I learned that from? I'm going to give y'all a big, I need to give big ups. Because believe it or not, and I'm going to say something right now. And if y'all got a few minutes, we'll stay a little bit long. I give that up to all my girls who work in the strip club. Because I happen to be very good friends with an individual that works in a strip club. And she does her OnlyFans page. And all she does on her OnlyFans page is her feet. And she said, Joe, a long time ago, I saw my feet on somebody else's page getting paid. And I was like, wait a minute, them ain't your feet, them my feet. So now she watermarks her feet. Because she says, I'm here to tell you, I don't mind you borrowing mine. But when you borrow mine, I'm going to get credit for it. So start figuring out a way to watermark your stuff. It ain't that hard to do because I had to learn how to do it at Southern University because people would stash my player interviews, everything. I don't mind, and they literally cut me out. I had one person cut me out when I put the microphone up to them. They cut that part out. They came back and put themselves in asking the same questions I was asking. But guess what? You can't cut out that watermark that stays consistent.
Well, can I ask you what? Can I ask you what strip club that was?
We ain't gonna say that
because I knew it. So I knew it one time I walked in there.
Hey Joe, I just want to know one thing, Joe. They got some good wings over there. They got good wings.
Hold on, family. Hold it. Let me go ahead. Let me go ahead and raise my hand on something so folks know, because folks who really know me. I ain't always been good Joe Dupree. There was a time, and people who know me from Baton Rouge, from my days of living in Baton Rouge, there was a time when I was working in radio, working with Jay Tweezy. Big ups to my man Jay Tweezy off the Heezy with the 504 Boys. If you remember that song, Wobble Wobble, Shake It, Shake It. I used to work for Jay Tweezy, Max 94.1. I used to work, to be exact. Jay Tweezy is the one who got me into space to get the job with ESPN. But before I started working in talk radio, in sports radio, I worked for a dude named Ed Buggs, who was big in talk radio. I was the guy at the music station. I was at Max 94.1. I was at 106 Q106. I was at WXOK. And one day a guy said, "Hey man, you want to make a couple of dollars? I know you out here with these other DJs. Come to the strip club. I just my DJ down. None of them want to do it. Come to the strip club and play some music for me." And I was like, "Play some music at the strip club?" Yeah. And so I went to a local strip club in Baton Rouge called Dancers, and I started to DJ. And guess what? That place gave me more game about life than any other place I've ever been in my whole life.
So wait a minute, Joe. You saying that Baton Rouge is the finest institution in Baton Rouge, not LSU.
Brother, I went to Dancers and DJ'd. I DJ'd so good in Dancers. One of the dancers took me down to New Orleans because she liked the way I played music, because it was the way I had a flow in the music. She took me down to New Orleans to She-She's. A girl met me in She-She's, and I DJ'd for 2 weeks at Magic City. I ain't got no shame in my game, bro. I was there, and I was getting hold of it. And guess what? I come to find out, if you connect with the right folks who understand your value, they will pay you. The girl who took me from She-She's to Magic City, she paid for my hotel, she paid for my flight, and she made sure I got paid by her and the club. And I only DJ'd for just her. To be exact, when she got up on the stage to dance, the other DJ had to step down, and I had to step in the booth and play the music and talk, because she understood my value, and I made good money. And I'll be honest with you, the only reason I got out of it was because, of course, I am a recovering hoaholic, and I just cannot be around that atmosphere for too much longer, or I would have been in rehab for the rest of my life. I'm just saying.
Now, Joe, I knew what club you was talking about. I'll tell you why. I walked in there one day. You get your little dance. You get your little dance. The girl that took me to the back, she had her cheeks watermarked. It said Joe Dupree. I said, Joe,
boy, that was good. Boy, that was good. Elijah, he had that 100 black.
Oh, yeah, 100 black with the middle. It said on the.
Hey Joe, that was an advertiser dollars.
That's it. She would pay.
She
would pay to push the station, man. I told her, look, I got your back. You just got to push my brand. Got to push. Listen, y'all. I'm telling y'all, and y'all got to understand this. There are folk out there right now, and you could like it, leave it, or love it. You can get mad as you want to. I don't forgot who the professional player was who got mad because his wife had an OnlyFans page, and she was like, "You keep telling me you want me to contribute to this relationship, to this family. Well, this is my contribution." And somebody said, "Well, man, she got an OnlyFans page and it's just her. It ain't her with other men. It's just her." There are people out there with just OnlyFans pages doing feet. They not rubbing and playing with their private parts. Some folks just showing their feet, and they are making thousands of dollars a week. I'm serious. And listen, however you get it, long as you getting it legally, I could care less how you get it. Get it how you get it. And if you're getting it illegally, I could care less how you get it. Just be ready to deal with the consequences when the law comes knocking at your door. At the end of the day, I know how I get mine, and I ain't doing nothing illegal. So at the end of the day, you can talk about me all you want to. Because first of all, I ain't on here trying to have a who got more than you competition. What I got ain't really none of your business. To be exact, keep thinking I'm poor, broke, and lonely. keep on thinking I'm poor, broke, and lonely. Because all you folks that saying I'm poor, broke, and lonely, all them folks talking about me, I don't see y'all at Essence. I don't see y'all at the Bayou Classic. I don't see y'all at the National Championship or the Sugar Bowl, where I have been consistently for the last 15 years. Just saying. You know, y'all got it better than me. Y'all got it better than me. And keep having it better than me. I need y'all to keep having it better, because whatever I got going on, I just need to stay how it is.
Keep having it better.
And you didn't have to let my little marketing secret knowing out that I got cheeks walking around. Let my little marketing secret out. That's how I be getting some of these numbers that y'all don't know about.
The professor of sports. I got a question for you. Elijah, where do you think LeBron gonna end up at? Right now, it looked like it might gonna be the Heat, but Heat or New York.
Ooh, if he come back to Miami, that's gonna be ugly. If he go to New York, it's gonna be trouble.
I would love for him to come to New York. I'm not gonna lie and say I wouldn't.
I knew you were gonna say that. You
Yeah, we
head
gonna say that.
I'm a Knicks ambassador, but no, I really don't think he. I think the Clippers.
What?
I don't think he leaves LA. I think if he
The
leaves
Clippers?
LA,
Aren't the Clippers old enough? Oh, they're the oldest team in the league, right?
But well, yeah. They call them the Unks. That's the Unks. They got James Harden, Kawhi, Chris Paul. But the thing is,
but if he go there,
came back for his 21st year, right?
And they become champions, once again, LeBron starts really solidifying. You got to put me in the mic conversation, because if he goes to the Clippers and they become champions, that means he is a champion maker. Period.
Wait, Joe. Not just the Clippers.
If he come back to the Heat, the Heat going back to the finals.
Well, the East real weak. The East is weak. East is real weak.
Nah, man. If he go to the Knicks and he would deliver in New York, come on, man. It won't be no better feeling.
Right. Hold it. You're right. Hold it. The Knicks haven't seen. Knicks ain't seen a championship since what? 73, 74. Whatever. If he went to the Knicks and the Knicks became champions, he a kingmaker. Period.
That's like champion maker. Going to the Jets and they win a championship.
Elijah. If LeBron James go to the Knicks, his retirement would be over with in a New York minute. It ain't gonna work.
Why you don't want us to come? You know what, Brother Bowtie? I got a funny story about when he went to Miami. This is the truth about this. I never forget it. This was 2010, 2011 when the decision was. Man, the whole city was going crazy. Connecticut, all we heard was New York on the radio because we thought LeBron was coming. We was like, LeBron. So I'll never forget it. I get to my uncle's house. I run. He had this nice chair. I sit down to watch the decision. And I'm just waiting for him to say he's going to New York. And he was like, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach. This is what I said. I said, ain't no beach in New York now. I look back at the TV. I've been bamboozled. And we had to sit with Amari Stoudemire. I love LeBron, but I hated the Heat for probably about half of 41 games when the other games came on. But it pissed me off. I was like, we don't got no beach in New York. Then I looked at it again. I'm like, they bamboozled.
They got a beach in New York.
It's not called South Beach.
It's not swimmable.
Oh Lord, that hurt me. It hurt my heart, man. Cause I thought he was gonna come in. I thought he was gonna change the whole narrative. I thought he was gonna have people. Nah, man. But he made the right decision to go to Miami. Because
hold on, Elijah, I got a question for you. I got a question for you. How far are you from Atlanta, Georgia? You what? 2 hours from Atlanta? 2 hours? 3 hours. Well, you know, the football season collegiate football season officially starts on the 23rd of August.
I know.
With the SWAC MEAC Challenge in Atlanta, Georgia, as the Southern University Jaguars.
No, but that's the week of our high school kickoff. It kick off.
Oh, well, see,
who y'all playing? Who y'all playing, Joe?
We are playing North Carolina Central, the Eagles.
Okay, the Eagles. Yeah.
So,
do you think you're gonna win that game?
What?
Do you think so? Hold
on. Elijah solidly said, though nobody really talking about it. You do understand the number 3 running back from LSU. The number 3 running back from LSU is now a Southern University Jaguar. Okay, let me tell you something about the SWAC. The SWAC never has, never will, or never can. No matter how many defensive lines you put in there, stop the run. When you got a runner who can run, I can show you proof by giving you the following names. 1, Walter Payton. And that was back in the day when they were knocking heads off in the SWAC. The SWAC is known for one thing and one thing only. Hellified quarterbacks, hellified receivers, hellified tight ends. The air show in the SWAC is always going to be beautiful. Now, the run game in the SWAC is always going to be subpar. And when you do wind up getting a great runner, he breaks records. Walter Payton, Tillery, who broke Walter Payton's record at Southern University in the SWAC, most yards ran, because when you got a guy who can run it, I'm telling you, if you get past that first line, you go into the house in the SWAC. That's just how the SWAC works. That's the SWAC and the MEAC.
Yeah, but that's NCCU though. They beat Deion with a Deion was undefeated till he met NCCU.
Hold, sir,
brother Bowtie, you see what Joe did? Joe told you that they got the 3rd best running back at LSU, right? Now, everybody that was around Louisiana knows the guy. Trey Holly's good, but I'd be impressed if Graves didn't call my phone last week to ask me how many years of eligibility I got, because he needed the help. He said, "Hey man, you still play receiver?" I said, "I ain't doing it 10 years, Graves. I ain't doing it 10 years, Graves."
Hey, Elijah, you saw what? Hold it. You understand who in the SWAC? You got Jackson State, right? You got Florida A&M, right? Okay. Did you see what they said at SWAC Media Day? Who all the reporters said gonna wind up being the SWAC champions this year? This is everybody. This just ain't folk from Baton Rouge. This is folk from Tallahassee. This is folk from Daytona. This is folks from Texas, because we do have Texas Southern Prairie View. We do have the Grambling State University, which to me, Grambling is still the most iconic name in HBCU football. When it comes down to 2 names in HBCU football, well, 3 names. 3 names that most folks know in HBCU football. They know Grambling, they know Jackson State, and they know Howard. Them are the well, we know these CI and these SI schools too. Because I started off in a school from that division, Lane College. Yeah,
I actually just played both sides for Lane College.
Hold up, brother. And Benedict is only famous because there was one coach who came from the Southern University that brought the swagger to Benedict and said, "Let me put Benedict on the map." So y'all need to call it what it is.
Hey,
go ahead.
You talking about Shannon Sperry, huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. But he got there after I was gone, though. He got there after I was gone. He got there after I was gone.
Oh no! And since y'all talking all that noise, let me bring in my girl who always straightened us out anyway.
Yo, we know about the human jukebox.
105. Hold it. The person who won the whole bet, if I recall, hold it. Let me bring my girl in. Wait a minute. Look who here.
Hi.
What's up, Alicia?
Where you at, chat?
What up,
that's
cutie?
Right. You in Orlando?
Yes.
Oh, I forgot. You in my state.
Come on.
Well, not my state. The state next to my state.
Yes.
Right, because he in the state of Florida. He in the state of Miami.
Yes.
I'm in Miami, baby.
Girl,
Florida's
that
not
weather
part
looks
of Miami
beautiful.
State.
Hey, tell us what's going on. What's going on? What's happening?
It is. I'm in Orlando. I'm speaking at a health and wellness event, and I am excited. I'm at the Hilton Resort. That is where this event is, and it is beautiful. The weather is lovely. I cannot wait to get in this pool later on. So I am excited. I'm excited. So if you are out here in Orlando, come through. We about to have a little baddie breakfast. So yep, I am excited.
That part. Okay. Tell us about the event again. Tell us what the event is. It's a 3-day event, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so go ahead.
It started yesterday. I got in this morning. It is a health and wellness event. It focuses on mind, body, and soul. So I am, of course, here for the mind part of it because you can't work on your outside without working on your inside. So that is what I am here to do, to work on your inside so that your inside can match your outside. So I am here and it is till Sunday, and then Sunday I'm heading out to go to Fort Lauderdale.
That's what I'm talking about. So hold on. Do me this favor. I'm going to give you some closing words. I want you to motivate these folks. You're looking lovely poolside. I know you're getting ready to do the baddie breakfast. You came in, you showed your face. We had to see your loveliness. Now get yourself out of here, have fun, and as you say your thing. Go on.
Be great in their face, and y'all have a good day on purpose. You're welcome.
That was our girl Alethea, family. That was Alethea. And she being great in their face, man, out there in Orlando, making her way to Fort Lauderdale. Man, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm in Georgia. Hey, how far are you from Dillard, Georgia?
Georgia?
I never heard of that. Let me look at it right now.
Where is Dillard close to?
Tennessee, North Carolina, in South Carolina.
Oh, he close then. Because he real close. Because you probably close to Chattanooga, aren't you? If you're in Dillard, you're probably close to Chattanooga. Because you're what, about an hour from Chattanooga?
I'm an hour and a half, yeah. So Dillard is 2 hours and 50 minutes. But you coming this weekend?
Yeah.
I'll be in Connecticut. I'm leaving tonight.
Okay.
Oh, you going to UConn. You going to Husky territory.
Yeah, I'm going to go see my mom and dad. That's my mom and dad waiting to do this podcast.
They'll be on Monday. That's right. Hold it. We got a special guest. A lot. Listen, family. Next week it's going down. Brother Fatim coming back for a week. We're going to get to see Elijah's mom and dad, and me and Elijah's dad. We're going to let y'all all know. Y'all keep talking. Remember, the 2026 Super Bowl champions, 7-ring having Pittsburgh State. I'm going to start telling y'all I don't pick up the phone until the 7th ring. I don't pick up the phone. Hold it. Speaking of which, let's get into this. Hold it. Let's get into it. Listen, Angel Reese said what Angel Reese said, and the internet is going crazy.
Joe, you cut your light off, Joe.
I did? Oh, okay. It's back on. Let me get it back on. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. There we go. Hey, Angel Reese said what she said, and the internet has went crazy.
Okay, Sean don't know what Sean. So she said you make 17. What she said? You make
14.
You make $1,400 in 7 days. I make that in a week.
Yeah.
Hey, say that again. Say that one more again.
Yeah. Wait a minute. The math not math.
I think we just took it out of.
She was at LSU.
Yeah.
LSU.
I think she meant 5 business days.
Well, she went to LS Boo.
Come on now. Hold on now. They some national champ.
You gotta check out AC.
Well, my school is a national champion too, sir.
Well, yeah, I know. You in that Gator town.
In fact, we beat LSU.
That's why.
Trump, that's why Trump said he coming to drain the swamp. I used to like LSU a little bit until I watched Swamp Kings, and I realized that they called Tim Tebow over 1 million times and threatened to rape his sisters. I like, oh, these LA people in Baton Rouge don't have no respect. But everybody knew that.
But hold on, let's
I made $1,400 a day.
Yeah, I knew what she meant, but it just But look, they already look at us as illiterate. If Sean come out and say he wrote a book, they're gonna look at him like you ain't write that book. Like they already look at us in a way. So it's like it was just the way how she said it. It was I make that in 7 days. So I'm like, hold on now, Angel. Now I rock with you 120%. I had to make sure Bob Griffin III didn't post this because I was like, maybe he trying to make fun of her, but it was a real thing. So I was like, nah. I was like, come on, Angel. But
where she is still underpaid, by the way.
For real.
Right. And she was actually talking about her compared to the media. So let's just get real about that.
Mm-hmm. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know what media the media makes.
Right. That's who I want to know because who you talking about.
I don't know
Hey,
what
Joe.
people make 14 a week, but
They say in the Bible that our time not God time, right? Maybe she meant God 7 days, not our 7 days.
Hey,
Or
hey,
dog
let
years.
something, man. Let me tell you something, man. Hold on. I got to find because, bruh, they had me crying. Some of this post underneath the original. Oh my God, they had me crying. When I say crying, they had me in literally tears bundled up on my couch. Cause man, folk was saying stuff that just had me. Hold on, I got to get it out there. I got to find it, man. Y'all keep talking.
Nah, I just thought, like I said, I just thought it was funny.
So while we on WNBA, Mr. Elijah, they had their shirts talking about pay us what we worth or something like that. And then they had the All-Star game there after that, but they pretty much like played around for the All-Star game. So even Candace Parker was critiquing them. Like, how could y'all say a statement like that and then not actually like play hard and show some kind of fervor to validate the pay you was trying to get?
Well,
Oh, go ahead.
I don't know if you seen it was on actually on the news yesterday or no, it was the day before yesterday. About after they made the shirts, the NBA president said this is what we owe by the WNBA because they rented out so many stadiums and they backed them up and the WNBA promised them so many sales or so many this. And they said that WNBA is in debt to the NBA over $400 million.
Which I can see.
So
Like the
he,
W. Go ahead, Joe. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
so pretty much he was trying to make the president was trying to make a statement, and I totally agree with the statement. You know, as a man, and it's not no battle against men and women, but if you guys really believe that y'all have a sport, and you guys really believe that y'all have a support, then if your support was there, then money wouldn't be an issue. Right now, if you remove all women, if all women say I'm no longer a basketball fan, I'm no longer a fan, football and basketball still gonna continue to grow and prosper because the men gonna show up and support.
Well,
Like that's not even a needed. Like oftentimes when I do date a young lady I'm in a relationship, I say, hey, I'm a Miami Dolphin fan, and whether she like football or not, I know brother Bowtie gonna watch the Dolphins game and he's gonna be dedicated to the Miami Dolphin game. So pretty much the commissioner was just trying to throw it in their faces, like, where's your support to try to say that you want equal pay?
Hey, Brother Bowtie, T.I. had an old verse, and T.I. said you got an alligator mouth and a hummingbird ass. The
Mm-hmm.
mouth right said
Right,
that the
check
ass
that
can't
your
cash.
ass can't cash.
Okay. So listen, y'all, 22 minutes past the hour. Man, there is a post out there. You can see the post yourself. The post is on Empire Sports. Right now, that post has got 3.8K shares and 9.3 comments. And they got comments out there like the following that had me hollering, straight hollering. When I say hollering, this was funny. One person said, I get it. Because the truth about the matter is, y'all drink water, I drink H2O. I was like, oh my God. When I tell you, these folks were going in, bruh, they were going in. Some of them said, y'all drive 60 miles an hour. I drive 1 mile a minute in an hour.
But the thing about it, like, I hope Adrian sees this and she sees the comments and have fun with it. Because I mean, we have her back with the stuff, but that was funny. Like, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I said, what?
Hey, bruh, this was the best one to me. Because I'm gonna tell somebody this. Yeah. Somebody said, hey man, y'all eat French fries. I eat deep fried potatoes.
But we just said last week, they done gave all these folks microphones, all these folks got cell phones, and it's like, this is why back in the day, only media trained people handle certain people media. Only certain people answer their phone. And that's why they had the buffer in between to avoid this kind of stuff like this.
Speaking of that, have you guys noticed, and even a lot of you being younger than us, have you noticed that the media has completely lost their mind? And I'm talking about owning sports. When it comes to class and like the way that they interview people, like I give you prime example. But since we was talking about Deion earlier, no one never really got in Deion personal space while he was an athlete at all. Most of all his questions was around who you gonna play for, are you playing this game? How do you play baseball and football? Do you think you break the record? It was never really about his personal life, who he's sleeping with, how much money he's making. Like most of the time, we didn't even know how much money he's like. Dan Marino is one of the greatest quarterbacks to me, but I never knew how much Dan Marino made because the media never asked that question. But now I think the media is getting out of hand, and I think more of the time it's more because desperate. Like I need to create some content or something that's gonna put people on the edge. So I think the media losing their class.
No, I was talking about this yesterday, Brother Bowtie. It's funny that you asked. So it's a line that as a reporter, it's a line that you gotta walk through. But you gotta also think this. As a fan, what would they want to know? Like, okay, so Tua, your quarterback. He's been through so much. But I guarantee as a fan, I'm not you're probably thinking, yo, like, have you ever contemplated about retirement before?
Mhm.
And I know that sounds like it's out of pocket, but as a fan, Miami Dolphin fans probably like, I want to know that. Organizations don't want to put that out there though, because they're gonna be like, no, we want to. So it's like we have to ask some of those questions. Now the money and the women or the men that they mess with, I don't really care about that. But we have to still do our. I'm not here to ask you, hey man, your shoe was untied at practice. Why you tied up? Like I don't care about that. I'm here to ask you the questions that the fans want to know because I'm a fan of the game as well. And I want to make sure my due diligence is helping the fans understand who this guy is a little bit more before, so they could have fun or continue to root for him. That's me. That's why I say that's why I'm there in that aspect. And as I mentioned yesterday, Tennessee is trying to control that narrative because they don't want us to interview the guys. They want their own guys to interview them because Boo Carter, who's missed all off season. And he's practicing which is expected, practicing by himself because he got to work his way back on the team. They won't let us talk to him one-on-one. When he gets cleared, they're going to let the Tennessee media talk to him one-on-one. And I guarantee they're not going to ask him the hard-hitting questions. They're not going to ask him the hard-hitting questions of why was you gone for so long? Why was you doing
Elijah, here's why. Because you are, listen, as in John Wick, I'm a professional. See, let's just be honest. And I believe and you need to pay attention to this, Elijah, this may be a lane because I've been working in this lane behind the scenes and a lot of folks don't know about it. A lot of these young men and women who are student athletes do not know how to properly interview. I am one of the people, like right now at the Southern University, I have talked to the mass media director who was Dr. Renee for many a years about there needs to be either a class or an individual who could give this to student athletes to be a part of their study time. This is how you interview. This is how, when a person puts a mic in your face, you respond when certain questions are asked that are supposed to trip you up. You should have already somebody who has coached you on when a mic goes in front of your face, how to respond in a manner which is conducive to the program and the institution you're representing. And too many times folks ain't doing that. And I always say the first person who comes up with a curriculum or a coaching type of platform, or because I've done it before, and go and teach these guys, listen, I put mics in front of faces. I know what, and guess what? I can show you interviews, literally just give an hour class. This is what happens when y'all mess up. This is how it looks to us.
I would think at that level of the game, that level of money involved, I would think that they would all get media training.
They don't.
No,
they don't. See, and that's why, and Sean, and that's why now people like the University of Tennessee, some of these big schools, and I'll put Tennessee, LSU, I'll put the Miamis. That's why, if you notice, sometimes, like I tell you what my alma mater does, Maryland. Maryland hands out a sheet to the media that says these are the questions you can ask.
Because they don't have no type. The media, they're like, I have a rule. So when you get when at high school, I will ask them a question because 9 times 10 is not live. I will ask them a question. Then if it don't sound right, I will say, hey, rephrase it like this because you're 16, 17, whatever. When you get to college, it's fair game because it's not just me behind this podium. But you're at the podium, but it's a bunch of reporters and they're going to edit the way they want to edit. So you are fair game of what you say. But the thing is, if you're going to recruit these guys, you have to make sure that they can be able to speak eloquently on this program, because if not, then you can't control our narrative of us actually. We have to ask these questions because, like I said, the fans want to know.
So hold on.
I want to think.
Let's do this. I know Sean got to go. So
Yeah.
let's just go ahead. It's been real. It's been fun. We at the 30. Let's get up out of here. Let's do that. Sean,
I just want to
give some closing remarks and let's go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, yes, the Sean P Experience, Sitting with the Griots podcast on YouTube. Go and click on it right now. I got 3 brand new shows. They're live up right now. The last 3 days, I've had 3 shows. That's right. Go and check it out. Amazing authors. I even had an actress who is featured in the Washington Black series on Hulu right now. She's the actress in the series with Sterling K. Brown. Go and check that out from yesterday. And next week, I will have an Ernest J. Gaines award-winning author of Swift River. The shows are rolling. We keep going, baby. Sean P Experience. Peace.
That part. Elijah, give me some closing words. Let's get up out of here, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks. I want to say first off, thanks to the support that you guys are giving us, but not just the Fist Take, but this podcast as well. I appreciate everybody that's giving us support, likes, comments, shares, and things of that nature. You can catch the Fist Take podcast on YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, wherever you got audio or listening platforms too. I just want to say thank you. I hope y'all have a safe weekend. Things are going on in the world that it's kind of different right now. So just be safe this weekend, but still enjoy yourself. And Brother Bowtie, we're gonna have to talk off camera because I got to see if I could do something for you about this Florida and Tennessee game. I want to see if I can get you something, but we'll talk more so off camera about that. But you guys have a great week.
All right, Brother Bowtie, give it up, my friend.
What's good? What it is, what it ain't, and what we gonna do about it. Let's talk about it. Let's do something about it. Brother Bowtie here with a words of encouragement for the day. Your mind might be heavy, but the storm will pass. Take one step at a time. You're stronger than what you think. I got this, you got this, we got this. Check me out and follow me on all social media, Brother Bowtie. On all social media, Bowtie Untied. If you wish to support, you can follow me on all social media at Brothers Bowties. And if you want to follow my personal page, is Antonio Cope. If you want to support my company, www.brothersbowties.com. Thank you, guys. Have a nice day.
That's it, family. That's it. Y'all read the Bible. I read Holy Scripture. Family, I'm getting ready to get up out of here. It's 32 minutes after. It's the weekend, baby. It is Friday. And on behalf of Brother Bowtie, Brother Elijah Nixon with sports, Sean P with the Sean P Experience, Sister Jax, our spiritual conscience of the show, and Alethea Cremens, Miss CEO of Pimpin' Positivity. She's down there in Orlando, Florida at a big health and wellness conference. We are #Truth Be Told, JD Live. Next week, we got Elijah's mom and dad coming in. I got a special guest from one of the star actors from, if y'all remember Nip Tuck, very good friend of mine, coming on with his wife next weekend. And we're bringing back an #Truth Be Told alum. Brother Fatim will be in the building for a week, and we're going to have a lot of great conversation. Listen, it is August, the first day of the month. As we start this month off, y'all just remember the year is quickly coming to an end. Be better today than you were yesterday. And do something today to be a blessing to somebody somewhere that no matter what you do, there's no earthly way they could ever pay you back. And always remember that there is no secret. What he has done for others, he will and he can do for you. For when God is with you, nothing, no one can stand against you. Y'all be blessed. Have a good one. If the Lord say the same, we'll see you Monday morning. We up out of here. Peace.